So, a year ago, I had a dream that at the time I didn't fully understand. And I still don't fully understand, but through using my wisdom and my insight, I have been able to decipher what some of it means. And then, even still, as the time has passed and I've thought back to the dream, which I often have, um, it's become a little bit more clear. So, in the dream, I was in a conference room and I was at this long conference table. My ex husband was there, or rather, my ex partner that I'm trying to get divorced from, that we've been separated from since 2020. He was there. He was there with what I'm assuming was his partner, some I don't know. I don't know her personally. Just some random blonde-haired lady. I'm assuming is his ex or the woman that he's with or the woman that he's going to be with when this dream comes into fruition. Now, I don't know if this dream is going to be more symbolic or if it's going to be an actual event that happens, because my dreams and my visions come to me sometimes in the most mysterious ways. Sometimes they are outright happening exactly as the dream plays it out. And sometimes it's just a messaging in the dream that is up to me to figure out. So anyways, he was in the dream with, I'm assuming, whoever he was with. And I believe it was his teenage son, because there was, a young man there. And that looked like his teenage son. But the focus of the dream wasn't on him. So it was kind of neither here nor there. But the other parties that were in the dream was myself. Of course, I was in the dream. My spiritual teacher, he was at the conference table. And there was a woman beside him in this beautiful bright blue indigo cardigan shirt. Now, I remember in the dream, I complimented this woman I told this woman that was sitting beside him, thank you, sweetie. Oh, you found my crown. How sweet. I told this woman that was sitting beside my teacher that I liked what she was creating. I liked her creations. In my dream, I used the word figurines. I like the figurines that you're making. Well, as time passed and I thought about this dream, it's come up in my consciousness periodically. But what I realized this morning as I thought about that dream is that woman in the blue indigo shirt sitting beside my teacher was me. How's that for a plot twist? And all the creating that she's doing that I complimented her, it was a separate part of myself that was complimenting a different part of myself. Now, this was just a couple months, this dream happened just a couple months before I started all the content creation online, like what I'm doing. I'm self-taught. I never knew that I could do stuff like this. I'm not computer illiterate. Yeah, I'm creative, imaginative, artistic, but no one ever taught me how to do this stuff. The stuff that I'm doing, I don't know where it's coming from. It's like it's a direct download from source. Sometimes guides, sometimes angels, sometimes I'm channeling. Sometimes it's just my higher self projecting through me. It's just amazing, the phenomenon. Like, I never knew that I could do this stuff, and it's just like it came to me. I'm like, last year on my birthday, when I turned 33, it's like there's something in me activated. Now, I know people joke about that, Holy Spirit, activate, Holy Spirit, activate. Literally, that's what happened to me. In a sense, in some sense anyways, because my spiritual growth and ascension accelerated from that date on. And it was pretty cool. Yeah. So I wondered for a while what that dream meant. Like, to me, what I interpreted was that this conference room, this not board of directors, sorry, this boardroom, this conference room, that had my husband that I was trying to divorce. I believe that that was a divorce hearing, and we were at that conference table. It was either a divorce hearing or a future hearing down the line where he's going to sue me for writing about him in one of my books. And that the woman beside him was either his current partner or his ex, and that the teenage boy, adolescent, young, he's like 21 or something. I'm sorry, you're still a kid to me. My ex's older son was in the dream as well. And then my teacher was there. And honestly, I'm in love with my teacher. I am so in love with him. I think he is the greatest man alive. And yeah, I wish we were in closer proximity geographically so I could be there in person and partaking in his ministry and participating and, bringing something good to it as well. Anyways, I fell in love with my teacher about like a year and a half ago, I guess. I discovered his teachings in 2019. It was an Easter Sunday sermon that I heard of his. But it wasn't until 2020, the beginning of 2020, when I like really dove into his teachings, and the wisdom that's behind this guy is phenomenal. He is the closest being to possess the Christ consciousness on this planet that I have ever fucking met in this lifetime. He is the fucking holy grail for Christ consciousness. So, my love is Jesus, naturally. We have a bit of a history, you could say. But then I meet this man, I find this teacher on earth in this lifetime that possesses the Christ consciousness, that talks like Jesus talks and acts like Jesus acts, and the wisdom that comes from him. Honey, he's over there. Brother's over there. Go. Oh my God. The God that comes from his words, the God consciousness, is just amazing and so impressive. I respect him so much as a teacher and as a person, and anyone that knows him or knows his teachings or finds his teachings is truly blessed, and there will be a healing in them, in their lives, and in those around them, just for coming into contact with his teachings. Like, they are so profound. Even if you don't realize that the change that's happening, even if it like sneaks up on you, it's like it's gonna catapult you, these teachings, into dark night of the soul, as some of us spiritualists like to call it. Growth, ascension. So anyways, getting back to why he was in my dream. Besides the fact that I'm in love with him and I respect his teachings and that I admire him, why was he in my dream? What I took from it originally was that the teachings that I took from him and the growth that has happened inside me through the help of his teachings gave me the strength and the courage to level up, to a higher awakening, and also to take the steps I needed to take to get this divorce and to stay separated and to see it through and to break the patterns of trauma bonding and Stockholm syndrome. So is that the reason he was at my divorce table? I knew that he was there for moral support, and I appreciated that. But what I took was that from his teachings, it gave me the strength and the courage and the self-assurance that I needed to make these necessary steps to cut this toxicity of my past out of my life. I'd like to say it was at the divorce table for more personal reasons, but he was there because he has been an amazing influence on my life. You know, even in the past, whenever I actually got upset with him last year and I stopped listening to his teachings for a couple months. Oh my God, because I felt rejected. I was kicked out of his Facebook group for saying something that someone didn't like.
And who took my baby doll?
I don't know where your baby doll is. I often say things people don't like. I have an issue with filters. But for me, it's not really an issue because I like to be authentic and real and raw. And that's just how I am. But sometimes the way I word things can offend people. So for that, I do apologize. I don't know who took your baby doll. Go find it. But anyways, all that aside, if you are that teacher that I'm talking about, and you love me too, then you should probably let me know. And if not, then I'll just continue being a grateful student and spreading the message of Christ consciousness. Either way.